how are you today? So it's the day before we are going up north for the festive season, and I should be packing and tidying up, but instead I've decided to make some things out of the fridge that need used up because we're going to be away for the 8 days. And we had some sweet potatoes lying around, so I decided I've not made these before, so if you're watching this video then it's worked. Okay, so I'm going to make some sweet potato and cheese muffins. So literally last night, while I was faffing with something else, I had the sweet potato that was lying around and I shoved it in the oven for it was about half an hour, 40 minutes. So I'm just going to put, and then I literally left it in the oven overnight. It's fine. I'm not going to use all of this, but I'm going to use probably most of it. So we're going to have a bit of a fingers crossed if it works. So remember, if you are going away places, have a look in your fridge, have a look around and see what foods you've got left. See if you can maybe do something with them, and if you're not sure, then Google, just stick in what ingredients you've got and see what comes up. That's what I do a lot of the time. And then I do end up kind of mixing and matching and stuff. Right, so the other thing I did was this recipe that I found asked for buttermilk. Now I never have buttermilk, and I used oat milk as opposed to dairy milk. But to make buttermilk, I've got an itchy nose. I've always got an itchy nose. To make buttermilk, you literally add something like apple cider vinegar or lemon juice or something like that, and that just starts to activate it. So in here, what was there? There was half a cup of oat milk and half a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. So that was mine, and then you leave it, you whisk it up for it, and then you leave it. So the other ingredients we have, we've got the cooked sweet potato, we've got half a cup of cheese, we've got 1 egg, we've got some bicarb, some baking powder, some chili powder. Chili powder and mustard brings out the flavour of cheese. A few garlic granules, and this called for a different type of flour, which I didn't want to use. It took a whole wheat pastry flour. I didn't want to use that because I make gluten-free stuff. So I've mixed, so again, keep my fingers crossed, I've done 1 cup of gluten-free flour, which is a mixture of rice, potato, tapioca, maize and buckwheat, and half a cup of chickpea flour because that gives that added protein thing going on. So I'm going to start to give this a bit of a whiz, and then we'll start to add the other bits in. Watch your ears for a minute. Power on, Emily. Where's the power? Somebody switch on the power. Just squishing up. No. Squishing up the sweet potato. Then we're going to add in the buttermilk. So I'm going to add that in. Just give it a squish down the sides. I mean, you could do this by hand. I'm just being particularly lazy. I am supposed to be packing, tidying up. The hair guy's coming in an hour. Probably will have a little fit when he comes in. He left here and this kitchen was beautifully tidy, and look at it now, wrecked it. Anyway, so buttermilk goes in, eggs go in, cheese is going in, it's not that much. Cheese is going in. Okay, and then we're just going to add the other bits. So let's get that out of the way because that's a bit mucky. Should we put the mucky stuff away? Okay. It's a bit mucky. So let's just put the other bits and pieces in. So, teaspoon of bicarb. By the way, your oven needs to be on 375 by 180, 190 if it's not fan, but 180 if it is. So 1 teaspoon of bicarb, 1 teaspoon of of baking powder. Now, the recipe had 1 teaspoon of chili powder. I'm just going to go for half because I've got slightly wussy people. Wussy person. And you might be wondering why I'm making this and I'm going away tomorrow. Well, I'm going to take it in the car. It's going to be breakfast. I've got a real thing about... shove it in. I've got a real thing about service stations. There's only a couple of nice service stations between here, which is the south coast of England, 9-10 hours north up to Scotland. The rest are just crap. Ugh. So I'm taking these in the car. So this is little garlic granules. I love these, they're brilliant. I chuck them in everything. So I'm putting half a teaspoon of that in, and I was thinking it was sort of a little bit of Himalayan pink salt. Okay, and I think that's it. So just give this a stir. That might be a big blob of. They smell quite nice. I don't know where that big blob of chili powder is gone. So it's a little bit mushy. So I'm hoping. Oh! I didn't even put the flour in. What a muppet. What a muppet, Ellen. No wonder it's mushy. Going, yeah, it looks really runny. Really runny. Some days I do wonder about myself. So let's just work this in. Good. Work it for the arms. Chickpea flour is a bit heavier. So it might be a bit firmer. I'm going to get them in the oven. I'm going to tidy up before Nami comes back. So this stuff smells nice. Right. It's now gloopy. I'm quite looking forward to these. Cracking colour as well. So, I'm going to fill it about 2/3 full while I drop it all over the place. Obviously, because it wouldn't be me making something if I didn't drop it all over the place. Let's see. Might stick a wee bit more grated cheese on top just to make it look pretty. Well, we can also, actually, I think what we'll also do is on a few of them, just not all of them so the daughter doesn't want, stick a few chia seeds on top. That will give it, again, another boost of fabulous proteins and just all around marvellousness. You can also put some flax seeds on top. Flax seeds are brilliant for your omega oils, omega fats, especially useful for women heading towards that wonderful age of non-periods. Not quite there yet, but it's on its way. Okay, so I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen with these. Right, so I'm going to stick on I've got my little jars. I'm going to stick on some flax seeds and some. Just a few, again, just to make it a little bit more nutritious. And then just for the girl, I will stick, let me just smooth it down a bit. Stick a little bit of extra cheese on for her. These are yummy, scrummy actually. Super exciting. Just do a little bit of cheese, so these can go in the car with us in the morning. I also sometimes make egg cakes to take with me in places, but I'm a little bit overdone with eggs at the moment. Well, probably because we've just had our lovely scrambled egg this morning. So I don't really want to take egg cakes with me. But let's see how these go. So, fingers crossed, I will see you back in 15 to 20 minutes. How they've gone. Okay, bye. Hello. So we are back, and I'm very impressed with these little muffins. They're great. So they were in the oven for about 18 minutes, and I've left them to cool for maybe a few minutes. They're not cold, but just so they come out here nicely. And I did kind of have a little taste of one. I'll come and show you in a minute. And they're really nice. I think the one thing that I would say, because I think the one thing that daughter is going to say to me, is that she can taste the chickpea flour. Now, I quite like chickpea flour, but it does have a bit of a different taste. So if you did, it's a little bit earthy in a way. So if you didn't really want that, or you didn't have chickpea flour, you could either just use 1.5 cups of gluten-free flour, or whatever flour you're going to use, or you could substitute it maybe for something like oat flour. Something that doesn't, oh, that one didn't come out well. Oh, the rest of them did. Yeah, let's ignore that one, shall we? But look at these. I'll show you the inside. I'm going to come round and show you. So look at these. They're lovely. And this is the inside. So they are quite spongy. I've turned my video camera around today, so I can't see what I'm looking at. So they are quite spongy, and they're quite dense, but as you can see, they're soft. But look, they smell really nice. And with that, so I put in 1/2 teaspoon of chilli. You can't really taste it; it's just lifted the cheese a little bit. So, and I only put in 1/2 teaspoon as opposed to a full teaspoon because the daughter's not a big spicy fan. And the ones with flax seeds, brilliant. Ones with chia seeds, brilliant. So I'm really happy with those. So give them a go this festive season. To have a look around. Doesn't matter if you're going away or you're not. You know, my hubby's a little bit obsessed with emptying the fridge. I'm not really sure why, because fridges are supposed to have food in them. Anyway, we are going away tomorrow, so this was me looking around, seeing what we had. We had oat milk that I would have had to have thrown out if I didn't use it. The sweet potatoes would have had to have got thrown out if I didn't use them. So I used them and I made muffins. And if they last today, which we'll see if they last today, then tomorrow I will take them in the car for our journey. So give them a go. I'm actually really, really pleased with these. I will make that again. And you saw how I did it. It was so simple. Okay, have a go and let me know. Please do comment. Let me know if you try any of these things and what you think of them. Okay.